Hello everyone, and welcome to the Red V-Odcast. I am your host, Jack McCulloch, here for the second episode. I am not very good with editing right now. I'm going to fix that up next week, so next week's going to be a lot more visually pleasing. A lot of crap happened with the NRL in the past week, a crap ton of injuries. Maybe even some seasons gone. Went to the St. George game. Gonna talk about that and how depressing it was for the second half. And UFC 300, which is what I'm going to start with. People are saying they're really underwhelmed with UFC 200. And I can see why. You look at some of the old... you look at UFC 200 not 200, 100. You have John Jones and all that. I think Jose Aldo was on 100 or 200. And I think Jose Aldo should have been on 300 because he's going to be at 301 for some stupid reason. So I thought you may as well just have him on 300 if you're going to do that. And I think that's just stupid. I don't get it. He probably has his reasons. But what would I want from this? Well, for one, the main event is Pereira and Jamal Hill. Now, I have nothing against Jamal Hill. But I think that, if I were to choose a main event for this show, it would be something worthy of being the 300th UFC pay-per-view. So I would have personally gone and offered Pereira a title fight to get his third weight division title against Tom Aspinall. I know a lot of people agree with that. I know a lot of people do think that's a good idea. A lot of people think it's a bad idea. But I just don't see what else you could have as that kind of caliber of a main event. I mean, I suppose you could have tried to have Shavkat Rakhmonov on the card. I think that probably could have been a decent idea. Maybe Leon Edwards as well. Leon Edwards versus, what's his name? Bilal Muhammad. Well, Dana needs to give him his shot. So I think that could be a very good idea. But obviously, it's all friggin' set in stone, and I'm happy. It's not a bad card. You have Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway, which a lot of people aren't very happy with that. I mean, personally, I would be happy with it, but the problem is, it's just not a fair matchup for Holloway. Holloway's going up weight to fight an absolute monster, a savage. One of the true gangsters of the UFC. And I think that chances are Holloway's going to get floored in the second round. That's my prediction for that. Second round KO. He has one hell of a chin. Don't get me wrong, the man has one hell of a chin. But Gaethje is on a different level when it comes to his power. Not even just his power. You see him set up the shots, you see him bang, bang! Then all of a sudden, his opponent's asleep. It's almost sort of scary in a way that how he does it. He has friggin' trucks for hands, the way he knocks people out almost effortlessly. He is... I think if anyone could have beaten Khabib, it would have been him. People say that Prime Conor could have been able to. I very much disagree with that. I think even Prime Conor would have gotten schooled by Khabib. Khabib would have choked him and made the chicken tap. Would have been shouting at him, let's talk now. Smash you, where's your bus? And then he would have gotten choked. I don't know why people pretend anyone could have beaten Prime Khabib. I think Khabib could have went 50-0 if he really wanted to. 29-0. He could have went 30-0, 40-0, maybe not 50-0 actually, but yeah, again with the card, like you see like some pretty good fights even on the undercard. You see some good fights, but something just feels missing. Like, I think a lot of people were convinced that Conor and Chandler were going to fight on this card. And obviously that's not going to happen. Conor will not come back unless he's making a boatload of money. He will not come back, I guarantee, unless he is getting $100 million or more. Because he's just a rich old guy right now. I love Conor, but he's a rich old guy. He just wants more money. Don't know what he's going to use it for. I mean, he's set for his next 10 descendants' lives. With all his friggin' money. He could buy me. I mean, I'm probably not worth that much, but he could buy the UFC. Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if he could. Yeah, like, you have all of these people thinking, I deserve this, I deserve that. That's a big problem with the UFC. Everyone just wants to go up a weight division and get a second title. Because you have, I'm not sure who the lowest weight champion is, but they want to go up and fight Sean O'Malley. Then Sean wants to go up and fight Ilya. Then Ilya wants to go up and fight Islam. Then Islam wants to go up and fight, I think it's Edwards, I'm pretty sure. Then it's just a mess right now. It's a big mess. Like, defend your freaking title before you start saying, I want a second one. I want go up a division. No. Defend your title. Like, right now, Ilya should be defending. I want him to face Volk again, but Volk probably, I think he's a bit past his prime. I still think he could beat Ilya. He's still looking pretty good, but his confidence is shot since Makhachev. His confidence has been shot, and even after just suffering another KO loss, like that's not good. Like you see his hands always up and he's still going like bang bang and he gets caught in the jaw. It's not. I don't know what he's going to do. Some people say he might go up to lightweight permanently. I personally don't want to see that. He's already lost to Islam twice. And I don't know how he would go against other members of the lightweight division. I mean, maybe. And with Ilya wanting to fight Islam shouldn't be fighting Ilya. Islam's already had 3 double champ fights. He doesn't need to fight Ilya. Especially if he's not getting Ilya's title. Like, he has no reason to fight Ilya. I think who Islam should be fighting right now, I think he should be fighting Gaethje. I think he should be fighting Gaethje right now, maybe. I don't really know who else. Oliveira, obviously. I think you could have had Oliveira and Makhachev on UFC 300. And then you have people. And then you have Sean O'Malley wanting to go up and fight Ilya. He had a title defense. He did beat Vera. But I do think he should have at least one more defense. I don't know who that would be against, but if he does go up and fights Ilya, I do think he would just catch Ilya on the jaw and then Ilya's going to bed. I just think Sean O'Malley is currently on a different level. Like, he has that Dana White privilege, but he's also a monster. He has dynamite in his hands. And I don't see what you can do about that, to be completely honest with you. And then, as I said last time, you still have Jack Della Maddalena wanting to fight. I think instead of Colby fighting Ian Gary, because Colby's just trying to stay relevant, you could have Ian fight Della. I think that could be an interesting fight. Or maybe Della could be fighting MVP. Maybe MVP could be fighting someone like Hamzat, maybe? I don't know if Hamzat's still in that division, actually. Anyways, next crap coming up, I'm going to talk some WWE stuff. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. But the world has been blown up by the latest Raw that was on yesterday, with The Rock throwing some F-bombs around and beating the living hell out of Cody, putting the blood on that belt, and he is going to be giving it to Mama Rhodes. Like, people have been saying it's a second Attitude Era. This is better than the Attitude Era. You can't beat the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era is the reason wrestling is still alive. Otherwise, WCW, we would be watching Monday Night Nitro. Or Tuesday for us Aussies. We'd be watching Tuesday Nitro. And I don't want to watch Nitro. I think AEW would probably be the big thing right now. And then you have, with WrestleMania coming up, Walla or A-Town Down Under seem to be in contention to be at Mania. Because they just need to beat the Street Profits. And the Street Profits are a big name. But I think WWE will give it to A-Town. Because they're going to... Like, they have this whole little Lashley Cross faction feud going on right now. So I think that match, AOP interfere, then you have those two factions fighting at Mania, and you have A-Town Down Under getting ready to have a shoey at Mania. And I'd love to see that. I saw him have a shoey at Elimination Chamber. And hell, apparently Australia's offered to hold another show, so hell yeah. Hopefully I can go to that. Hope Walla has a shoey with me, even though I know he won't. Yeah, still got that Walla shirt and all that crap, friggin' $75. That's something I don't miss. The friggin' insane prices that place was giving out. Yeah, giving out shirts for friggin' $80. That was a joke. But yeah, getting back on topic, I think seeing Walla at Mania, like seeing Ripley at Mania and Walla, that would be amazing. Then probably not, but they could throw Bronson Reed or Indy Hartwell onto the card. And I don't see that happening, but it would be nice. It would be very nice to see a bunch of Aussies on the card, and maybe we could get some more pay-per-views. I think we're going to be getting another pay-per-view next year. Hopefully in Sydney, so I can get there a bit more handier than going all the way to frickin' Perth, where I won't get scorched all over. Yeah, so hopefully I can hopefully they have a Sydney one. Allianz, I think the place they could hold it is Allianz. Maybe Combank. No, not Combank. That place is a dump. Probably just ANZ. I think. And then they could have, like, they could have their press conferences everywhere. I think that WrestleMania Sydney, not WrestleMania, WWE Sydney could be pretty good. It would be very good, actually, because you would have Waller getting his little hometown, like, he got a hometown welcome in Perth, but imagine that being in Sydney. The place would go nuts for him. The place would still go nuts for Marmy. The place would go nuts for Reed. Because we love our own people. We're racist. Like, you go there, you see an Aussie, screw whoever the hell he's fighting. We don't care who he's fighting as long as he wins. We want our own to win, and that's what I don't like about America. They don't cheer their own people. Like, you have Mommy going at it, and then you have an American across from her, Mommy! Mommy! Like, I don't see why Americans hate on their own people so much. Something I will never understand. But, guess they just don't really know what's going on outside of there, in a way. Like, they want something new. Cheer for the people with a different voice. Cheer for them. Just gives us more publicity. And now, going on from that, it's time to go what I'm pretty sure everyone comes here for. What this podcast is named after. The Red V, the St. George, the St. George Dragons. We fell to the Cowboys. We had a good first half. Being there in that first half was amazing. Couple ref calls that nobody agreed with. Couple people yelling at Valentine Holmes. Some stuff that I'm probably not allowed to say. And yeah, it was like, I think we've been playing well, and like, even with the Dolphins game, we were in it for the first half. Cowboys, we were in it for the first half, but the second half, I don't know what happened. I will be going down to the Gong this weekend. I'll be heading down to Wollongong so that I can see us playing Manly. Now, again, I think we have potential to possibly beat Manly. I think it will be one hell of a game. But, see, the thing is, Manly, they are a fast side. And I think that's what's going to be troubling us the most. They're going to get in our faces, and they're going to force us to make mistakes. Like, how many times can you run at DeBellin before he starts going at your knees and dropping you on your head? I mean, obviously, like, we want to win, but, like, I don't really like our chances, but I do think we do have that ability to just come out of nowhere and have a good victory. And that's what we all want. We just want our team to friggin' go out there, play at 100%, and then just do their thing. Do their thing. Do what we're coming for. To watch some pretty friggin' good football. And now, time for my tips of the round. A lot of injuries, like Tino's out for the season apparently. Cleary's injured. Don't know how much of a difference that'll make, but obviously it won't be good for the Penrith Panthers, but they have that much friggin' talent, but I wish they, I bet that they wish that they kept, I'm betting they wish they kept, what's his name? Friggin' Cogger. Okay, game 1, Panthers and Roosters. The last 2 games these two have played have been absolute floggings. 30-6 and 48-4. I do think this will be a very good game. They're both top 8 sides easily this year, possibly Roosters top 4. I mean, you have Dylan Edwards chained to Desco. You have Daniel Tupou and what's his name? I don't know how to pronounce it. Taruva. Then you have Manu and Talon May. Still sucks that we could not sign Talon. We might get Terrell, but we're not getting Talon. Dominic Young and Brian To'o. That is going to be amazing, but I think Young's going to try and just ragdoll To'o. Then the halfbacks, Brad Schneider and Sam Walker. Sam Walker, I think apparently Brad Schneider's only played like 7 first-grade NRL games, and I think that will go. That will show. It will show 100%. I think that all of those tries and that are going to come down that part of the field. Because they don't have Nathan. They don't have their number 1 playmaker. And even without him, you still have people like Luai. And I'm not 100%... Yeah, and Isaiah Yo. You have all of these really good players. But then again, you have the Roosters playing at 110%. So it's a hard game to predict this one. But I'm not going to be tipping against the Panthers. I tipped against them last week and I paid the price. So this week I'm tipping the Penrith Panthers to bully the Roosters, or not bully them, but They'll win soundly. Next game, Souths and Bulldogs. What has been happening with Souths? Last year, Souths last year Souths beat the Bulldogs 50-16, but then the Bulldogs beat Souths 36-32. Now, after last week's game, I'm not liking South's chances at even making the top 8. No one was liking the Bulldogs' chances going into the season, but I just can't see Souths beating the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs had a good game against the Gold Coast, but I think the Gold Coast somehow are going to be getting the wooden spoon. Hate to say it, but their best players out for the season. And yeah, you have Stephen Crichton and Tass, Burton and Walker. See, the bad thing is for the Bulldogs is they don't have a good halfback. They have Drew Hutchison, and he's a decent halfback, but they don't have that Ben Hunt of the team, that Nathan Cleary. They don't have that one amazing halfback, which is usually what you want for your star player. You want a star halfback, because they're your playmaker. They're your bomber where they kick the bombs up in the air. They're just... And without that, South will need to try and take advantage of that. And if they can't, I think they might be in for another flogging. I think that very possibly they could get beaten by 20 if they don't take advantage of that. I haven't seen Dean Hawkins. Haven't seen much of him, but they dropped Ilias for him, so they must see something in him, I guess. But yeah, I'm picking the Dogs, and I'm not very happy to be picking them. My mates who support South are going to kill me. Next, we have the Cowboys and the Broncos. Cowboys have been playing so good recently. Like a win over the Knights, win over the Dragons, and now they're playing an extremely hurt Broncos side. They're missing Walsh, and they are missing Payne Haas. And that's a game changer. Walsh is gone, Haas is gone. What are they going to do about that? I don't think there's anything they can do to beat the Cowboys. I think that the Cowboys are going to absolutely thrash. But I think it will be a win for the Cowboys by at least 20 points, but at most 30. Then next game, Dragons and Sea Eagles. I can't tip against the Saints. I already said that. You can't tip against them. You can't tip against your own team. It's a rule. You don't tip against your own team. But you look at this, and it has a lot of potential to be a very good game. You have Turbo and Sloan. Turbo's better than Sloan, but Sloan, when he has his day, is a gun. He can shoot right through your line, and you won't even know he was there. You won't know he was on the freaking field. He's that fast. I saw a Magic Round last year. There was a kid with a sign saying "Smoke 'em Sloan," so I've started calling him Smoke 'em. Yes. Then you have Lomax. Lomax has been doing very well. I mean, he wants to leave. He is being picked for Origin. I want him... I don't know if he's going to be doing good this game, though. Because, like I said, Manly are a very fast side, and they're going to get in his face. And they are going to... it's going to be his biggest test as a winger. Because I guarantee there's going to be lots of stuff coming down his side. I mean, they're probably going to be kicking Ravalawa's side, because he can't catch. Rava can't catch. Lomax can, so they're just going to run it at Lomax and kick it at Rava. And that's annoying. Sully at center. Sully's been amazing so far. I mean, he's probably going to get injured sooner or later from the way he's been friggin' running at people. Jack Bird. I know a lot of people, and those people who I'm talking about, you know who you are, but a lot of people are not very happy with Jack Bird. Friggin' Bird is... I feel bad for the guy. Because he puts in 100%. He's not the best center in the league, but I probably wouldn't say he's the worst center in the league. But I don't think he should be a center. I don't know what he could do. I don't think he is a... Like, we don't know where to play him. And that's what's killing us. We have all these good talents, but we don't know what to do with them. Like, DeBellin being on interchange. That kind of annoys me. Like, I think Eisenhuth's doing well, but... it's annoying to have Jackie off the starting team, especially because, like, I think he's a lot better than people give him credit for. Next thing coming up, Ravalawa, already covered him. Flanagan. Flanagan's been a bit all over the place. He scored last week, I'm pretty sure, unless that got disallowed. I'm not 100% sure what happened. It all went fast. But Flanagan, I think, is going to put on a clinic. I think he's going to do a very good job, and he's going to show why his dad signed. Ben Hunt, Cherry Evans. An interesting battle of halfbacks. I can't wait to see some bombs. I hope I see some 40-20s kicked by the two. That is going to be good to watch. Yep, Francis Molo, Jacob Littleback. Little had a good first game. Bit of a weird second game. It's going to be good to see the man back. Blake Laurie. Don't know what to think of Blake. Still don't know exactly what I think of Blake. Yeah, Leilua. Leilua, in the last game, was absolutely toppling people. Like you're there, and you're seeing him with his arm out, and you know he's just going to keep friggin' running. You can't stop him. He's a brick wall. He's like a brick wall with wheels that run directly at you. Like, people have been saying he's a bit out of shape, he's a bit fat. No one cares. No one cares. You wouldn't want him running full speed at you. Then you have Jaden Sewer. I swear to God, I thought he was injured. He's injured every friggin' week. He's injured every other week at this point. Then you have, Eisenhuth. Then, interchanges. Jesse Marksheek, however you pronounce that. DeBellin, Sele. And unfortunately, Fiona is 22. I thought we were done of this. I thought we were done of Fiona. Like, he does good things every now and then, but no, I don't want him. Well, he looks at people playing football. He thinks he's playing touch, and he's not even good at that because he can't even touch anyone. It's annoying. I don't want him anywhere near my field. Get him away. Get him away. I don't want him. Give him the sack. Kick him off to England. They can have him. Then next game, Gold Coast and the Dolphins. Again, I just can't see the Gold Coast winning. I just can't see them somehow getting past the Dolphins. The Dolphins beat us, they're coming off a good win, and the Gold Coast are coming off a loss to a team that people were saying could get Winsford. I think Dolphins are absolutely flogging the Gold Coast, especially without Tino, and I don't even think Fafita's there. And Fafita's not there, so it's going to be a flogging. It's going to be hard to watch. It's going to be hard to watch for a Titans fan. It's going to be fun to watch for me. I like watching teams get flogged. Then next, the Waz and the Knights. It's in Auckland, and that's the only reason I'm tipping the Warriors. They play best at home, although they have had a rocky start to the season. I mean, I was saying I was saying to my dad, the Wars hype train's over. The Wars hype train could very well end this season. And what a run it had. I mean, I still think that they're going to make it to the top 8. I just don't think that they're going to do as well as they did last year. And especially next year when they lose... Vanilla Blake. That's going to hurt them a lot. Especially because he's such a gun. I mean, Tuivasa-Sheck and Ponga, I'm excited for that. But I'm especially excited for Cogger and Sean Johnson. I think Cogger in this game is going to show how good he actually is. I would have liked to sign Cogger. Next, we got the Sharkies and the Raiders. The Raiders have been coming full force this season. The Raiders... I don't know what it is, but they're doing good. And I think that they're going to be beating the Sharks. They're going to be beating the Sharks at Shark Park. And I don't know, yeah, you have people like Nico Hines there with the Sharks, but I just think that Titans. I don't think you can bet against the Raiders right now, at least. Then in Combank, the West Tigers and the Parramatta Eels. What's going to be happening here? The West Tigers just came off a win, but they came off a win to a wooden spoon contending side. It pains me to say it, but I think the Eels are probably going to shovel off a win. Pains me to say it, especially to these poor West Tigers fans. Got me feeling a little bad for them right now. And that does it with the NRL crap of this week. Crap ton of injuries. 3 Sharks players are out as well. I forgot to mention that. 3 Sharks players are out as well, so I think they're in some big trouble. How long's this been? 32 minutes. Yeah, that's enough of me rambling. Hope you all enjoyed. Next week will be a lot better visually. I will be uploading some shorts, uploading my little daily shorts, or I haven't been uploading shorts for a while because I've been asleep since St. George lost. I've refused to wake up. It took like about 100 calls from my girlfriend to actually get me out of bed. That's all jokes. Everyone have a good one. I'll see you in some shorts when I give out some opinions on my games. I might start putting some of these podcast bits into shorts when I find someone who knows how to edit, because I'm freaking useless at computers. I hope you all have a good day. If you enjoyed, subscribe. If you like the video, like, and if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. Hope you all have a good day. Hope to see you all in the next one. I can't click well. Goodbye.